Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're gonna be talking about Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is kind of the third time that I'm recording because my mic is going to hell. It's probably time for me to changing the fucking thing. But first thing I wanted to address is how the series exists into now and how it will be kept going. Until now, the origin of the series were the four main problems that I have of the game. Then after that, I devolved into some other points covering the game itself. Now I'm gonna be revisiting some of the points. The first four original points was Ghost Recon Breakpoint, class system, loot system, always online, the lack of teammates, and the over focus on the co-op and multiplayer side of things. Now, let me explain how the new videos will be. The first one is the class system. I'm gonna be talking again with the information that we acquire from many sources, from IGM, from gameplay videos, then Ubisoft promoted from Ubisoft videos itself. The class system is one of the more robust size information that we have. It's the only one that right now, besides always online, then we can arrive to a final point. Then let's talk about the always online. I'm not going to be revisiting always online because at this point always online became a binary point. There's no new information in Ubisoft can bring except 2 points. Point A, the game will not be always online anymore. They dropped that. Point B, the game will keep being always online, doesn't matter. So none of these 2 points worth of video. The always online may be worth a video if they put on something and I cover that thing. Because there is nothing to talk. I could prolong the video saying how it was bullshit if they decide to drop the always online, how it was bullshit to start with it, but it will not matter. So that video is dropped. Now, the other videos that we'll be doing is the solution of the AI, because they added will be editing the AI back. I'll be taking and talking about my feelings, beliefs, and I think it's a good thing. Yes, I am a little bit cautious. Yes, and I will be talking more about that. We're gonna be revisiting the loot system. We still gonna be talking about the overbalancing on co-op, and that is a thing that I'm still seeing right about now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be the structure of the series. Of course, do I gonna cover any other video, new information, and things outside that? Yes. Am I thinking about crew putting the bullet sponge has a problem? Maybe. If there is any other, I am still rewatching videos and things to see if there is a bullet sponge nature to the drones, not to the humans. The humans seem to be going down to 2 or 3 shots, quote unquote, maybe a headshot, but we kinda not certain yet for mostly the wolves. Besides all of that, I don't know. Bivouac is something that I'm not sure if I'm gonna place on my problems with the bivouac on the focus on multiplayer. Updates out of the way, let's go to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very reasonable amount of information, concrete information on the class system from Ubisoft on E3. The biggest chunk of information came from two places. A 6-minute video or 4-minute video from Ubisoft itself talking about 6 things that you should know about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and the 26-minute video from gameplay of IGN. Now, gonna be going over each and every class, talking a little bit about the perks. Again, same stuff that I did before. I'm gonna give you the facts. I'm gonna give you pros and cons about what we have here, and then I'm gonna give my conclusion and a final thought. Because one thing again, I don't think after I make this video, I don't see much developments being made that can change the final opinion on this. Class system for me, at least there is very, very little they can do to change the opinion that I have on. So I'm maybe concluding a final opinion on a class on this video here. So let's start by going to each and every class. There will be screenshots on the screen right now so you can follow with me. So first, let's start with the Panther class. Let's give an overall view. Every class will have one technique, 3 perks, 1 special item, and proficient, aka they will be restricted to certain weapons. The restrictions are not that heavy, but the restrictions are there nonetheless. Starting with the Panther. The equipment you are allowed to use: assault rifles, marksman rifles, pistols, shotguns, and SMGs. You're not allowed to use LMGs and sniper rifles. Your class technique is cloak and run. The smoke bomb that you saw during the first gameplay review, and you will be able to see on some videos, it's a technique. You press the RB and LB, I think. Yeah, the trigger, I don't remember. Or R1 and L1. Probably Q and A on keyboard and mouse, but we didn't see anyone playing that. That's how you're going to utilize this ability. You drop the smoke, people lost sight of you, and you can go back on stealth. Now, to the class item, the Venta Black Spray, aka the can of Old Spice, that makes drones having a difficulty to see you. On the clip, then there is a clip on one of the trailers where you can 100% see the drone like passing very close to the character. I will be trying to show this clip right now.
The Panther class has a special spray to help conceal them from drones. The Assault pack.
So, let's read a little bit of the short description of the class. Panthers have bonus to stealth and movement speed. While their skill gauge is full, it automatically can mark enemies close by. So, at this point, what I'm seeing here is a short description most of the perks. The class perks you can see are holy shit, they call class proficiency. Okay, fuck that. The stealth one, like the more cloaked character, the boot with the wings, and the pistol. The class is more stealthy, that's probably the first perk. The mobility one, you probably are more mobile. No fucking shit, Sherlock. And the pistol, maybe it is the fact that you can mark people. I don't know. Just talking about. Now, I don't have much to say about this class, and I'm pretty much okay with it, so let's go for the next class. The next class that I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna have a parenthesis here, it's the food medic. First note, for some reason, for some way, in some fucking supernatural reason, I knew this fucking class existed. I don't think I think I said on my first video, but the fact was, for some reason in my mind, I knew it would have. The only problem was I was thinking the assault and demolition would be two different classes, and that's why I thought the game was having a probability. If I cut, that was it, and if I cut, shame on me. This is just a joke. Then I cannot prove. Now, again, let's run down to the equipment and then the food medic can use. Food medic, like the Panther, can use assault rifle, marksman rifle, pistol, shotguns, and SMGs. He cannot use LMGs and sniper rifles. His class technique is the healing drone, while his class equipment is the med kit. We don't have a fuck of a clue about the perks, and let's see the short description. Food medic revive teammates faster and get bonus while carrying down allies. Their healing drones revive them automatically when they are down. So, that's the interesting thing. The healing drone is kind of the hive from the Division 2, because if you go down, that shit revives you. And that would be the only reason to play the medic on single player. Because the other problem is all your others, abilities are garbage. You revive teammates faster. There's no teammates. I'm talking into day one, into the release of the AI patch. You get bonus carrying down allies. You're not gonna be carrying down allies. The only is the third perk. The med kit. I can hazard a guess here. We have a health system and an injury system. I believe what the med kit is simply something that will heal you to full health and like maybe heal one dot of injury. I cannot be sure, but that is a good wing. The healing drone, we can pop like the division thing. Again, this kind of proves then, if that's true, two of the three perks then the food medic has are completely pointed to the multiplayer, and people still say this game is not balanced for a co-op experience only. Okay, let's talk about the sharpshooter. First, again, sharpshooter has his weapon are a little bit less restrictive. So he has assault rifle, marksman rifle, pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle, and SMG. He cannot use the LMG. He class technique is the armor buster. I'm gonna be talking about that in a little later, but fucking hell, how I hate this fucking thing. The class item is the advanced sensor launcher. Okay, more of the history. They pop down on the division, grab the pulse, and start to utilize. Three perks. Only hell knows, but let's see a little bit of the class description if we can kind of deduce what the perks are. Sharpshooters can use sniper rifle. No fucking shit, Sherlock. They have bonus for all long range weapons. They can hold their breath longer while aiming. So we have three perks here. You have a long figuring, so that's probably meant the ability to hold breath. The scope thing, probably the ability to, I don't know, be better with long range weapon. The third one, we don't know. I don't think, and I'm probably right on not thinking that, then the third dot mean the armor buster. Let's talk about this class here, this class ability, because it's the one that I hate it. Why I hate that? On the 6 things then you need to know about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, they point out how the way then you're gonna up your skill gauge. You're gonna up your skill gauge by long range shots, by explosive kills, and that was examples they put. I don't know if this is tied to each class. For example, the sharpshooter only gonna get his skill up if he does long range shots. In the end, it doesn't fucking matter. The reason is you're it's magic. I know what you're going to say to me right the fuck now. How the fuck it's magic? It's AP bullets. It's not that what I'm talking. The fact is, you're taking those bullets from fucking where? From your ass or from Narnia? Both of the answers are bad. So that is my reason. I don't like the class abilities. But I'm okay and I will compromise on that. Allow that shit to run because, well, fuck, whatever. We already put our dicks so that far, so there's no problem on it. And again, I know that's something that will not change, so here we have it. Let's go for the assault. The assault 2 has a more loose restriction of weapons. I'm starting to think, and maybe I'm not wrong about that, we're going to have mostly like a standard weapon restrictions. Then will be sniper rifle and the LMG will be off limits for most of the people, except from classes that see that. I don't see a reason why or how they would be adding new classes, new weapon classes. I will apologize if you're hearing doggos. I cannot control my neighbor's doggos, so yeah, sorry for that. But let's talk about equipment. The assault can use assault rifles, marksman rifles, pistol, LMG, shotgun, and SMG. He cannot utilize the sniper rifle. His class technique, True Grit. Gonna talk a little bit about that on the end of the thing. His class item is the gas grenade, or how I'm going to be calling this into the end of times, the Geneva Convention Breaker, aka my favorite item in this fucking game. Interesting enough, I don't know if that is the thing for the assault. It only has 2 perks. I don't know if he only has 2 perks or if the third perk is under development and they didn't add on this build of the game. Because all the other classes does have a perk. A third perk. Let's read the description. Assault have extra health. As well more mobility with all the weapons. 2 perks. One, the same image for the perk of the sharpshooter, probably placeholder, and the shoot one, who probably identifies for health, for a larger health pool. True Grit, we know what it is. During the 6 things that you should know about Ghost Recon Breakpoint video on Ubisoft, they say the True Grit will grant you a health regen and will grant you less weapon sway. You will be more accurate with your weapon. Don't like I said, magic bullshit. Like the second win, you're taking that out of your ass. Again, all the classes will have challenges. I don't fucking know what those challenges will give you. If they will give you something or if they don't. This is the information about the classes. Now let's take what I thought would be back then I thought would be a far more restrictive mode. One thing I have to make clear about restrictions on this. If you see the video that I make about the 6 things on new things about Ghost Recon, the Ubisoft new video, I did a reaction. I make a counter, quote unquote, argument, and I pointed out the fact that I would be speaking a bit forward to the people who want a single weapon. As a personal preference, I do prefer the 2 weapon system. I do prefer having 2 primary weapons and 1 backup weapon. But I can understand it, and that's not the thing for everyone. There is a lot of people who would prefer to have just a primary weapon and the backup weapon, and that's fine. The fact is, and that's the important topic here, I do believe the game is capable to cater to both. The game was already proof of ghost mode on Wildlands, but there is way to in-game way to put that, and there is way to just option setting, a choice to do that. I did that on I explained that on that video. I will explain here because I don't think you should need to go watch other video, and that's something that I need to get better on my content, so I will re-explain here. So my point at that time was, if people on a gameplay, a way to assure gameplay, then allow people to, like me, who wants to have the 2 primary weapons. It's not realistic. I can fully agree with that. Personally, even personally, by my choice of weapons is even more outrageous. I always go for a fucking assault rifle and a big ass sniper rifle. It's 100% not realistic. It's not how shit should be going. But if you wanted to carry a gameplay reason outside the simple options menu reason, then can simply be activate a ghost mode, then allow you also then will imply certain restrictions to you. A gameplay reason could be simple. You are able to carry 1 primary weapon always and X amount of ammunition. Let's place a 100% of ammunition. You can sacrifice a quantity of of that ammunition. Out of my ass, I'm taking no balance, no thought place on balancing this. Just taking the numbers out of my ass. You can sacrifice 30% of this extra ammunition, your total ammunition, to carry 1 extra weapon. But not only that, let's place one more restriction because, well, fucking why not? You have to balance on your left 70% of ammunition and you're going to be carrying on the mission. Which, how much of those you're going to put? And let's just say, out of nowhere, then each 10% is one magazine. So you would have 7 magazines to distribute between 2 weapons. Do you think on talking about, for example, my playstyle, and again, I will be talking why this has problems too on the end of this segment, uh, of my playstyle, utilizing a big fucking as a sniper rifle and an assault rifle. Do I believe that I'm gonna use more my assault rifle or my sniper rifle? So if I believe that I'm gonna use more my assault rifle, I can just, for example, choose place 4 or 5 magazines of knife of the assault rifle and go with that. Then that means that I'm gonna be more quote unquote guns blazing. And for interesting enough, I'm starting to see a lot of people thinking that gun blazing is a dirty word on Ghost Recon, while I think it's being a lot of people do enjoy that approach, quote unquote. But I understand and some other people don't. It's fairly fine. Again, I think the game could accommodate both of those people on it. We shouldn't just be alienating or excluding that certain people. And I know what you're going to say. I exclude a lot of people by saying then we shouldn't have the that focus on RPG system. Yeah, I get it. Now, back to the point. You could distribute, like, as I said, 7 mags between your 2 weapons. It would be realistic. No fucking way. You would still carry 1 extra gun. But it is a gameplay reason then you can do it, and I don't think people would agree. People would say don't do that is bullshit. It's a way to accommodate both of the playstyles, people who want to play with 2 primaries and people who want to play only with 1, and you can always have the ghost mode answer. I'm just giving you an extra answer on gameplay instead of options. Out of that, let's go back. One of the points that I know it's a very large counter argument is, well, you're talking about the fact that 9mm mags for a SMG occupy the same space as a 100 round for LMG. Yeah, I know. It's sacrifices that were made. Compromise, I call it. Now, let's go back to this point. During the first video, I thought and believed they would literally just drag down the class system from Ghost War here. And I was wrong. They didn't do that. They quote unquote balance. I don't know. People who play Ghost War will be probably more qualified to tell me if this is balance. This, although we don't have much information about the perks and for how much health your health regenerate, how much less weapons weight you have, or how those things affect. So I don't know if we can say if those things are balanced at this point for multiplayer. But again, for the PvP area. But again, I don't fucking care about that area. So I will leave that discussion all up to you guys on the PvP Ghost War area. And now I'm going to be coming to the final fucking conclusion. I think all of this sucks. Why? First, I hate all of the class abilities with a passion. Oh, one more interesting fact. Rocket launcher is not an ability, it's an item. Let that sink in. You can carry a big ass fucking rocket launcher on your pocket. Again, let that sink in. Yeah, I literally got. I walk a long way to do this joke. I'm sorry. I'm gonna see myself out. Not. Just let me finish the video. Okay. First things first. Even with simple fix, has get rid of the weapons restriction or get rid of the item restriction. You can equip any class, any special grenade with any class. I still see myself playing with the two classes that I don't like. And I'm talking like if they get rid of only one of this point, if I could just get rid of one of those 2 points. I always see myself playing with the both classes that I don't like. If they get rid of, if you can use any of the special items with any of the classes, I will be playing sharpshooter because I want to play with a sniper rifle and assault rifle, and the Geneva Convention Breaker. Get it? Holy shit, I'm never gonna get my channel monetized saying Geneva Convention Breaker. Fuck, I don't have subscribers or watch time to get my channel monetized, so yeah, whatever. Now, you see that point. That is the playstyle that I want to go, which is restricted by the way the game is going for. And even if they get rid of one of the two restrictions who are the blocker for this way, I will still be playing with of classes that I don't like their special abilities because I find those special abilities magically stupid. So yeah, I'm not gonna be liking. Like the ammunition out from Narnia and the magic health regeneration is not something that I do enjoy on this game. Now, as I am a bleak doomsayer, fucking hate everything on Earth, let me give you how I would solve that. First, get rid of the entire class system. Okay, let's go back to the Wildlands style of go. Not satisfied? We already put a lot of work on the class. Okay, we can do something. Let's try to do something with this shit show. I will present you the open class for single player thing. And I will give you two variants of this. The first variant is for people who want to play on single player with this open class. This is the first version, okay? You can do that, but you have to understand that you will be doing two. You will be having two sacrifices. The first sacrifice is if you choose to play with the open class, you will not allow to you not carry any progression between single player and multiplayer. Do you understand that? That is a point because the open class does not exist on the multiplayer. It only exists as a single player option for you. What this class would be? This class would be having a lot more restrictions, quote unquote, than the normal classes. What that would be? The class would only have, at its standard, 3 proficiencies. Uh, assault rifle, pistol, and the SMG. You would be allowed to choose one more proficiency each time you rest on the bivouac. You can exchange each time you rest, and you take that. Okay? Second, you're restricted instead of 3 perks on most of the class, assuming even the assault will have 3 perks and they just didn't implement the third perk yet or something like that. You would only be allowed to pick 2 perks. Fair and square, 2 perks. Or one of the perk slots would be already locked with adaptability, the ability to adapt to other classes. And then you could choose the any of the special items that you want from all the 4 classes at launch, and for all the classes they will be adding. You would be able to choose 2 perks from all the classes that you have, the 4 classes that you have right now, and all the classes they will be adding, and you will be able to choose a special skill from all the classes they have right now and all the classes they will add in the future. Now, this is the way that you can do with compromising to the maximum for us, the player. We are compromising a lot to gain fuck all, to gain the adaptability of playing a game who kind of thrives on adapting to a situation, to prepare to a situation and adapt when shit goes wild on the way that we want. That we are sacrificing, we are restricting ourselves a lot to gain this ability. Now, I will give you a magical way to, even with this open class, you still carry this bullshit over share progression. There is the only reason why we have class system on Ghost Recon Wildlands Breaking Point. On the moment you assign your perk, when you choose that, we go to your class system, you build that, you assign yourself the class ability. Every time you level up while playing with this open class, and you have the you don't level up this class. You don't level up classes point. You level up the fucking signature skill on the single player. And each time, then you go to the multiplayer check, yeah, you upgrade your Penter class ability 5 times. There you go. And one more thing, we don't know what the challenge entail to, so we are restricting ourselves to completing challenge. Maybe the open class has challenges. I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking care. So this is the compromise that I'm willing to make, and I'm giving you the solutions to how to work that out, how to work on the fucking restrictive framework that Ubisoft probably placed the developers in, to having to create a system to excuse the fact this game is going to be always online. Because let's be 100% honest, share progression is not something that people were clamoring for. It's not people. I fucking doubted. Then people sit down and said, Ubisoft, I waste my time playing the single player. I fucking dreaded playing my time on the single player because I wanted to play multiplayer. And all that time that I wasted, I wanted it back. I wanted to put that XP on my multiplayer character. I fucking doubted that was the point. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that it's kind of it. The way to fix, not fix, because I'm sounding like a fucking ungrateful bastard, and I know I am. But because the fact is, the AI is just one bone, and I want this game to be the best that this game can be. In the class system, it doesn't go well on the single player, and I'm 100% sure that I'm being the most fair and being the most calm, and mine will be far more aggressive on the other videos that I will be doing on the problems here than I am now. I'm not going to deny that this is a thing. So, the easy fix to all of this bullshit is simply allow players in single player to choose an open class. Allow them to choose what items they want. Because I don't think it's fun to restrict myself to a fucking class. I want a grenade from the class, but I fucking dread it and find useless the ability, or don't fucking enjoy the ability, simply because I found it's magical. And let's not deny, except the Penta ability, I find all class abilities magical. Even the healing drone, because it will be throwing this. If does the thing throw the same fucking thoughts that the Division 2 drones send, this is stopped being quote unquote realistic, and we already abandoned realism far, far back on on Ghost Recon, if that will be the case. Now, yes, I always am more negative on these videos, but someone once said, you do tend. I don't see myself so much of an but negative. I'm so more passionate about it. I want this game to be the best game that can be. I want Ghost Recon Breaking Point to be the best that it can be. And that's why I'm desperately trying to find ways to fix this mess that is being. My fix is maybe not the best. My fix not may not make all the community come together and in a long embrace, and we all will have fun and play this game and only this game for the rest of eternity. But I'm fucking at least trying. I'm not only saying the fucking thing is gonna be garbage, and I'm not only saying the fucking thing is perfect. Stop complaining. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for this video. This video probably is a lot longer than I expect and believe it should be for the class system. but that's what I said for most of the videos. I'm debating if the loot system will be the next, mostly because there is some things that I wanted to know before I'm capable of talking about the loot system. And mainly I'm gonna be talking about that right now. There are some quotes running around, then you will be able to transmogrify your character. Doesn't matter the backpack then it drop, you always will have all the cosmetic backpacks from day one to wear, except from the ones that you get from achievements or challenge or killing a boss or whatever. And that goes for every type of cosmetic item. And you will be able to transmogrify that. The fact is I still at this moment, this point in time, I wasn't able to find this quote coming from a developer. It's always someone on Twitter say. It's always someone on Reddit said. It's always someone on forums said. Then they hear someone on Reddit said. Then hear someone on Twitter said, and so on and so forth. So I will be putting down the loot tiers system to the last or until I found this quote. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. For the class system, the solution is allow players on single player to create their own class. Choose the class ability, choose the perks they want, restrict for 2 perks if you don't want, and if you want to balance that. Because let me tell you something, people. PvE balance is not the same as PvP balance. And the Division already taught us that developers cannot handle very well that. So that's why I believe that these should be handling completely different. Not try balance one thing to both sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna leave you with the normal outro and all the blah blah blahs as always. See you next video. Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This was the video. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. And if you want to see what the hell is gonna be coming next on this mess, subscribe. And see you guys on the next episode.